Okay. Let me just boom and boom. So welcome to What If Naruto. So I have a list of stuff here, and this is meant to be 2 hours. Um, and let's see what if I'm doing. Okay then. Okay. Okay. That's good. So I could go about that two different ways. Okay. This is now what if Naruto was Barry Allen. Not like Barry Allen, but like was a descendant more or less. Well, what if Naruto had a speed force basically, but I gave Allen for the joke of it. Yeah. So bam. This is now what if Naruto had a speed force, thankfully. Um okay. I'm gonna have to do this decently rare. So this is gonna be part one, maybe. Um yeah, part one. So I'm trying, because if y'all don't know, I usually come up with my what ifs on the spot. I usually never have a script or anything like that. So I'm thinking, 1 second. How would this go down? Okay. So one day. So let's start. One day in the DC universe, Barry Allen was having to chase Zoom, and they basically started like traveling through time. Well, Zoom started traveling through time. Barry tried chasing him. He was a second too late, so he had to keep running, trying to gather up enough speed. But, for some reason, instead of traveling through time, he traveled dimensions slash universes into the Naruto universe, and he ended up in Konoha. Like, this is like when Konoha was first being made. And he would notice it's basically constant war between the Senju and Uchiha. Um, you know what? I don't know. Uh, Basically when they stopped the war, not like, yeah, I think it was stopped and created Konoha. And basically, he could not find any way. He couldn't travel through time for some reason. He still had his speed, but he couldn't travel through time, talk to the Speed Force, etc. Um, he basically settled down and had children. And one of those children, like great, you could say, I think, is going to be like what's his name? Uh Minato. And Minato would go on to have Naruto, but Minato wouldn't like have any special like speed force like most Flash family does. But he would have very quick reaction time and thinking speeds. It was even abnormal. No one knew why he could think so fast, reaction speed. They just thought, to be honest, it was due to his jutsu, the Flying Raijin. And basically, because of that, his next child would have the Speed Force, what would be Naruto. Why'd I spin it again? Okay, I'm gonna put my mouse up here. Um, Naruto would basically be getting beaten up. Would be getting beaten up in an alley one day, like on his birthday. And for some reason, when he was about to pass out, everything felt slow. Like someone was going to stomp on his head, but time slowed down for some reason. Basically froze. But they're still moving just a slight bit, and Naruto could tell. He thought they stopped, and he was confused. But he had no time for that, because he could tell, even at his young age, this was like probably 1 year before he started the academy. The foot was going to basically land on his head and kill him. Because he was basically having his head on a rock, basically. And this one kick was basically like meant to kill. The other ones were just to torture him and like make him feel pain. This one was to kill. And he basically decided, like, he didn't decide it. His body just moved. And in an instant, before he could realize what happened, he was already, like, away. In a different alleyway. Like, way far away. And then time came back. And the way I'm going to be doing this is, the reason that would happen is basically the Speed Force kicked in and gave him flash time. If you don't know what flash time is, well, flash time is, it basically, how do I put this? Slows down time for the user. And basically, it's just the flashes being very quick. But it's not just their speed, it's the ability of the Speed Force. And the Speed Force is, if you don't know, I'm explaining this for people who don't know what the Speed Force is. People who's usually Marvel fan and stuff. Because I'm like both fans, don't get me wrong, but it's basically they slow down time with the Speed Force, and for some reason it basically they can only use it for a short period of time, but if there's multiple speedsters, it basically slows it down for longer for some reason. And basically they can give it to someone without the Speed Force to let him move around in that time. Uh yeah, that's basically what happened right there. And at the time, Naruto didn't know what happened, but he was just glad. Glad he got away. He didn't care what happened. He was still confused, but at that moment he passed out in that, like, deep into that alleyway. Where no one would, like, be able to find him. Except for an Ambu. Like, a special Ambu who didn't know what happened, but for some reason he had a feeling of where Naruto was. But he would not do that at the current moment. Basically, right after Naruto basically disappeared, the guy stomped his leg and not hold his foot, but basically stomped the ground. And the people who were on the ground punching and stuff punched the floor. And before they know it, Anbu was surrounding them. Basically, Anbu was watching Naruto. And basically the Anbu would kill the guy who basically was going to go for the killing shot on Naruto. And only knock out the people who, was beating him up. And one of these Anbus was Kakashi, and he would go into the alleyway. If see Naruto passed out, the other Anbu would follow, and they basically brought him back to his house. Naruto woke up the next day, being confused. How did he get in his house? What happened that night? And he would basically get up, and basically, he was gonna go to the fridge, but he noticed he was faster than usual. Way faster. It took him nearly less than a second to get to the fridge while walking. And he was confused. He was perplexed, basically. He didn't know what happened. And he was confused. He thought, like, maybe this was, someone playing a joke on him. Or, something weird happening. And when he stepped outside, everyone was, like, basically, the same speed. But they wasn't as fast as him, even when walking. And basically, when it got to nighttime and Naruto was walking back home, basically a mob of people who fought like he killed the man who almost killed him the night before, were waiting for him. And basically what happened is they nearly like got to Naruto. Basically they ran at him, but Naruto dodged everything and basically ran into his house. But they kicked down the door, and one of them was a shinobi, like a decently high ranked shinobi. They threw a kunai in milliseconds before it hit him. Flash time kicked in again, and Naruto grabbed the kunai, looked at it, and basically tossed it back. And basically, since Anbu were watching him, Anbu got into the room. Well, this is like after flash time. And once the Anbu stepped in, the kunai what Naruto threw hit the guy's head. And the Anbu didn't know what happened. The Anbu was like trying to grab the kunai before it could get to Naruto. But it seems like, for some reason, it deflected back onto the enemy. And he was confused, but he had no time for that. The Anbu basically beat up everyone who was trying to get to Naruto. They didn't know who this guy was, but they were like getting their butts beat. And that one shinobi who threw the kunai was dead on Naruto's floor. Naruto was shocked, confused, like everything about it, because this was his first time killing someone. Like, no, it's not the first time he's seen someone dead and stuff. This is the first time he's, killed someone. So of course he's gonna be shocked, perplexed, basically. And Naruto would not know how to react. He just started crying, but also thankful for this man who defended him. And this is the first time Naruto's seen an Anbu, because usually they always step in when he's knocked out. He's like, he was confused. He asked, like, if he was the guardian angel of him, and the Anbu turned around and said, sort of, and disappeared. And the Hokage flipped, now knowing people are bulging into Naruto's house. And, like, Naruto almost died due to Anbu showing up a little too late. And he was furious. And he understood now what's happening. He, like, in the original story, he kinda knew, but not fully. This time, he full on knows what's happening. They're breaking into his house. And each time, it's getting dangerouser and dangerouser. Without Naruto knowing his heritage, like, getting trained, being, like, the villagers knowing whose son he is, etc. And he's starting to understand the humongous risk he's putting on Naruto by letting him stay in a regular household where every villager can beat him up. Yeah, he put the assistance of Anbu, but some of those Anbus dislike Naruto for what they did. Well, for what, happened in Nine Tails and stuff. Etc. And the only one who isn't like that is Kakashi. But most of them understand it's not Naruto and stuff like that. And that Anbu would protect Naruto was like nearly a millisecond too late was Kakashi. And he tried getting Hiruzen to at least put him somewhere better guarded, like, say, with Kakashi, with anyone, like a high-ranking shinobi, so Naruto would not get, killed. Because it seems every night, or every, like, month, day, etc., it's getting more dangerous for Naruto. Like, the villagers are starting to realize and stuff. And yeah, like, most of the villagers who usually beat up Naruto understand there's now a force protecting Naruto. And sometimes when Kakashi's not there, those people who actually have reasonable sense, like, they only step in when Naruto's about to die, because it's their job. They let him get beat up. Usually they get away with it saying they were too late, they did it too quickly, they were just late by a second, etc. And usually Hiruzen would believe them, but he now understands they're doing this on purpose to get Naruto beat, like, and stuff. The villagers are starting to realize that, you know, some of the Anbu are fine, some of the other ones are not. But basically, some Anbus are getting in the way, some of them are letting him do it, but still kind of getting in the way from killing Naruto. And because of that, Fuzin is now starting to slowly understand what Kakashi is saying. But no, he like wants at least a few days to let, like, you know, Fuzin decide it. Well, Fuzin like wants a few days to think it over, is what I'm trying to say. And because of that, Kakashi storms out the room, basically being furious. Because Kakashi knows the heritage of Naruto. He's the only person who knows in the whole village except for Hiruzen. And, you know, like, probably Jiraiya, maybe, at best. Um, and, like, Kakashi's furious with Hiruzen right now. Hell, when Hiruzen said he wants a few days to think it over, he nearly jumped over to the table and started fighting Hiruzen. He was so tempted to do it, but he decided not to. So he knows what would happen. Even if he did somehow win, he would be called a traitor, etc., and not be able to watch over Naruto. And he knows if Danzo got the chance, he would turn Naruto into a mindless weapon of mass destruction. And sorry if my voice starts going down. It's like 5 in the morning, and to be honest, my body's aching with pain. So yeah, let me turn this up so I don't have to nearly yell every word. There we go, much better. Yeah, that should be better, I think. Yeah, that should be better. But basically, Hiruzen would think about it for a few days, and every one of those nights, Kakashi would not be on the team, because he thinks, you know, Kakashi would kill every one of the people trying to harm Naruto, including those Anbu, who are letting him get beat up. So Hiruzen basically put him on the side of the Anbu for now. And he's noticing now the members without Kakashi are basically letting Naruto get beat up. They aren't stopping it. And usually, like, Kakashi immediately steps in. But Kakashi's usually not there because he has missions to do, etc. And, like, that's the thing. Because Kakashi has missions and stuff, they usually just, Naruto usually gets beat up, and at the last second, Kakashi usually has to step in to, like, stop it. Or, like, the others will, but only because they know what would happen if they didn't. And now that I'm saying that, basically every night Naruto would almost get killed. And every night it gets worse. Completely. Like, nearing death every single time. And Hiruzen wouldn't understand what Kakashi's saying. It's getting dangerous for Naruto without the villagers knowing his heritage. Without everything. And you might be saying, what about Naruto's flash time? Yeah, he might be fast. But he's not gonna be like, you know, smarter, quicker, etc. He might be quicker, but he's not gonna be smarter, stronger than other ninjas and stuff. And villagers. And they're understanding now, Naruto can outrun every one of them for some reason. So usually they sneak attack Naruto, grabbing him, and holding him down or tying him up, etc. so Naruto can't escape out of their grasp. And some of you, like, DC fans are probably wondering, why isn't he phasing him through them? Barry Allen didn't know phasing was a thing until, like, you know, what's his name? Reverse Flash told him. Oh, Earbard Fawn, basically, but still. And I'll get to him later. He is going to be a main part of this storyline. Not main, but still. Basically, God, 1 second. Um, oh, what was I going to say? But yeah, and Ruthen, what have I been saying? I don't think I've been saying Hiruzen this entire. If I haven't, you understand now. I am losing my brain cells. Yeah, Hiruzen finally understands. He needs to put Naruto either in a better location with more people surrounding him, more trusted people, etc. And all they could he could tell complete mostly of Minato's thing and tell the village, but he knows that would be a danger to Naruto and the entire village. Um, so he comes to Naruto one day, and he didn't know how bad it was. He never seen Naruto through those days he was getting beat up. He hasn't seen him in months. He usually just leaves money outside his door and stuff, and ramen packets, etc., and sometimes milk, etc. Uh, but he's never seen him face to face in months. And once he walks in, he sees how bad it is. He sees the beatings Naruto has taken. Hell, his body is scalded. He has black eyes, bruises everywhere. You can tell. It's basically like looking at it's basically just him being bloodied. He has tons of scars. Stuff humans should not be able to live through. You might be saying, what about Naruto's humongous regeneration? I'm canceling this out just for this one moment. It hits Hiruzen in the face, actually, how bad it is. When he was going to, put him in the, he understood it was kinda bad, enough to where he had to, move him into a more protected area, a slight bit better protected area. No, he understands how bad it is. And despite his wife's wishes, he brings him into his own house. Gets the best medical ninja he can in the village to fix him up. Because it's unhumane how bruised Naruto is, how scarred he is, everything. And Hiruzen now understands what Kakashi meant. And Hiruzen is so tempted to basically, find people who did this to Naruto and kill them. Or torture them, for a matter of fact. But he's not, because he knows what would happen. He knows eventually word will get out from Donzo. But no, Donzo walks into the medical room one day, and in the regular story, yeah, it's decent and stuff, but this one I'm changing a tiny bit. Donzo walks in, sees Naruto bloody, everything, and Donzo's shocked. He didn't know the villagers would even do this. He knew he was the Nine-Tails, except not knew he was, but the Nine-Tails was in him and stuff. But even Donzo is perplexed. No child should be treated this bad. Even Donzo understands it. You might be saying, yeah, but Donzo did this. No, this is when it hits Donzo in the face. This is bad, even for Naruto. I'm basically changing Donzo in this story, okay? And honestly, deal with it for the haters. And, if you don't like it, go find someone else who does this. I'm pretty sure there's a few others. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, actually. Basically, Donzo's shocked. And he even understands how bad it is. And Donzo's basically begging Hiruzen to put better Anbu, put him in the most protective area in the village. But Hiruzen is thinking Donzo's gonna do something, etc. So he's not doing it. Because he knows how Donzo is. But this is where Donzo changed. And Hiruzen's slowly starting to tell after days. Naruto's fine after this, etc. And now we're gonna skip back to Naruto instead of Hiruzen, Kakashi, etc. Naruto basically sees Hiruzen come in, and Hiruzen, he basically comes in with his eyes closed and stuff, talking to Naruto, basically saying, hey, could you come with me and stuff, basically, trying to get him to go to a better house and stuff, and Naruto's happy, and then once Hiruzen looks at Naruto, like, he's confused, and Hiruzen's like, who did this, what happened, and Naruto's he basically, tries explaining and stuff. The villagers have been doing this to him for months now, basically. And Hiruzen's like perplexed. Not even months, like years basically. And heck, Naruto has scars from the first beating he ever had from the villagers. And it's like nearly worse than like battle scars. It's like kind of like actually looking like battle scars. And Hiruzen's shocked. And Naruto is like confused, but he now understands Hiruzen didn't know it was this bad. And basically, he overhears like Donzo and stuff. He doesn't know who this guy is, he just hears his voice. And for some reason, it sounds familiar. Massively familiar. I'll get to that later. And basically, one day, Naruto gets put into a very old looking house. But Hiruzen basically explains to Naruto this was his father's and mother's original house. And I'm pretty sure in the, like, Tsukiyomi, what Madara did or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's flipping filler. But this is like a very nice house. Like, no other houses are around it. Basically a one-place compound, you could say. Like, basically massive. There's only one house full with everything you could think of. A training room, books, a massive kitchen, etc. Nothing where, like, not the kitchen like, basically multiple people, like, servants and stuff would be, but, like, a decent kitchen. Like, a massively good house full, like, two people and a child, etc. And Naruto would be asking who even is his parents. Because he doesn't know like, his parents died or anything. He thought they left or something like that. And Hiruzen is thinking about it. And Kakashi finally gets back from missions and knows where Naruto's at by asking Donzo. Because, like, he was confused. He didn't know who Hiruzen or Naruto was. Basically, when Kakashi steps into the room and hears Naruto ask that, he basically knows what Hiruzen's thinking. So Hiruzen's like, should I tell him? Like, he's worried and stuff. But Kakashi grabs his shoulder and nods his head yes to, like, tell Naruto. And Hiruzen tries to explain the best he can. Um, and he doesn't want to know, he doesn't want Naruto to know his father was the fourth Hokage. Because he knows Naruto actually looks up to him. And to be honest, he doesn't want to ruin that for him. He doesn't want to tell him how he died and stuff. He kind of does, but he doesn't tell him he's the fourth Hokage. And because without, like, him knowing that, Naruto would probably get too cocky, like the Uchiha sometimes. And the Uchihas are going to stay in this one for a short period of time, but I'll explain that later. Basically, he just doesn't want Naruto to, like, go around bragging about his father's the fourth Hokage, etc., because the villagers would know. But he basically explains him to, like, his mother and father, not letting him know, like, you know, like, Minato was, like, the Hokage, the fourth Hokage. Okay, I'm sorry I'm, like, like, stopping sometimes, but I don't think something's right at the current moment. Something feels off heavily, and I'm not joking about that. But anyways, um, basically, what was I going to say? Basically explains it to Naruto, and Naruto is, like, amazed and stuff. And Naruto asks Hiruzen, basically, like, he tells Hiruzen, because Hiruzen asks, because Kakashi told him about how he disappeared. Hiruzen asks, just in case. Because he's heard of these these members, like, going around and basically killing people. Basically, we don't know it yet, but that was, basically people who's been going around killing children, killing everything. Not killing, but kidnapping, basically. And that was, Orochimaru, and they don't know it just yet. But, like, around every village, basically. Naruto says, basically, for some reason, everything, like, slowed down, and he moved at supersonic speeds. And Hiruzen was perplexed, because Hiruzen left out the fact, like, Naruto's dad was basically the quickest ninja alive at the time. Because if Naruto knows his father was the quickest ninja at the time, he would be he would be perplexed and basically immediately know, because that's the fourth Hokage is basically not like well, it's one of his many titles, like the Yellow Flash, the quickest ninja, etc. Um, so basically, Hiruzen just thinks it's the teleportation thing, but Naruto. So basically, Hiruzen asks, "So did you teleport?" And Naruto says no. It's basically like he ran and like time stopped. And Hiruzen didn't know what this meant, if it was a Kankai Genkai, something like that. So he read up on Naruto's like actual like family history. Because he understood who Minato was, etc., but he never looked into his family. And he realizes one of his great ancestors was basically the quickest man alive, nearly faster than everyone. Not nearly. He, like, at the time, he outsped every ninja. No one could catch him. No one could stop him. Like, yeah, they could beat him in battle tactics, etc., but no one was faster than him. And his name was Barry Allen. And he is, like, understanding this might be a Kenkai Genkai, but no. It states, and these are, like, private books, and it states, Barry Allen wasn't from that dimension. He was from a different world, basically. He doesn't know how he got there, but basically he traveled with his speed, trying to chase a villain. And only a few people know about that's why it's classified heavily. And Hiruzen understands, like, this might not be a Kenkai Genkai, but something from that other world was kicked in. What might act like a Kenkai Genkai. Like, I don't know how to say it. Um, but yeah, he's perplexed. He's like not confused, but he understands now what Naruto meant, and he doesn't know if he wants to let Naruto deal with that on his own, because how dangerous it could be. And you might be saying, well, you DC fans who know what happens when Flash runs without a suit, y'all might be saying, why did Naruto not catch on fire, etc. It was like not fast enough for him to like get boned, but at the same time, like Naruto could feel the heat at the time. Um, and Hiruzen read up on it, because basically the Flash left books and stuff of the ability, what it did, what would happen if, one of his sons inherited, because he knew, like, one of his grandsons and sons slash daughter, etc., basically his family would eventually get it. He didn't know if it would work with, this different world of people, but he knew just in case he needed to write up on it. And basically, he wrote and stuff, explaining everything about the ability. And Hiruzen was shocked. This would basically make him, basically, if he got, not basically, but would make him the strongest ninja of all time if he, like, got perfect control over his chakra, everything, his tailed beast, everything. He would be the strongest ninja of all time. And Hiruzen didn't want that. Because Hiruzen didn't want he did want Naruto to be strong, but he didn't want Naruto to be a weapon, basically. He didn't want to force Naruto to go down to basically being the strongest ninja of all time. Yes, he would be glad and happy for that to happen, but he didn't want to basically put him through pain and suffering, trying to make him the strongest ninja. So he doesn't. He basically looked into it, goes to Naruto, and gives him, like, the scrolls, aka scrolls slash books and stuff, on his, like, family heritage, his abilities, etc. And Naruto's perplexed. But Ruzan tells Naruto this, like, thing about his ability, what he read up on. And he even pulls it up into scrolls because he wants Naruto to know this. there's two things he wants to tell Naruto. And basically, he tells Naruto if he goes too fast without a suit, he will basically be set on fire and burned to death. And it's like Amaterasu basically, but regular fire. Only thing will actually be able to like stop it is the speed force. And he's confused, but he kind of understands. He doesn't know what Amaterasu is, but he'll eventually learn it. Not learn how to use it, but like learn about it. Um, and the second thing he wanted to tell him, there was this guy who his great great ancestors used to fight who was able to travel through time. And he tells Naruto, if this guy appears, it might be bad. Like seriously bad. And Naruto understands this now. Basically, this like is a thing what not even Hiruzen will be able to handle. Naruto understands the danger he might be in. The danger the whole village, the whole world might be in if this guy appears somehow. And Naruto is confused, perplexed. And Hiruzen basically gives Naruto, like, the same suit Naruto's wearing, but like, he tells Naruto, this suit isn't just, like, a regular outfit, etc. It basically will be able to do the same stuff the Flash suit used to do, or did. Basically, but it's more like an Iron Man suit, but it's more, normal. It's basically nanotech, but basically what it would do is turn his normal outfit into a Flash outfit, but the same color as Naruto's main suit and stuff, or outfit. And basically, the only upgrade it will have to what it did is basically, not basically, but, where was I going with this again? Will be able to, like, identify the opponent, or the enemy, like, basically check all the, missing ninja, missing nin, etc. Like, basically, the wanted posters, everything, and match it up with the enemy he's going against. And if it's not that, you know what I mean, basically. And it will tell, basically, Hiruzen who he's fighting, etc., if he even does go into being a ninja. He doesn't want to force Naruto, but, you know, he recommends it. And Naruto wanted to, anyways. I'm gonna time skip to when Naruto is basically into the ninja school, and with nearly every test, he doesn't do so well. The smart, like, him being smart, he does decent this time. He doesn't fail or flunk, like, the canon, but he's actually decently smart in this. Smarter than a regular child, because he has a whole archive to himself of everything what's happened. Not everything, but, like, most ninja material, etc. Um, and basically, he understands that. So he used it to his own advantage, basically. And, yeah. On, throwing kunai and stuff, he does very low like usual. But on the fist-to-fist test, his punches are faster, more, powerful because momentum, etc. And he does very good, actually. Not as good as, like, Sasuke, stuff like that, but he still does very good. Um, basically, basically, he asks Ruza to, like, give him kunai, etc. after that, and basically a training partner of some sorts. And he's, like, happy he at least, like, Naruto wants to get better at throwing kunai, better at combat. And he's thinking to himself, is there anyone in the village who's fast, but also can, like, throw kunai and do decent stuff? His first two people who come to mind is Kakashi and Might Guy. And he's thinking about it, and honestly, he is tempted to get Kakashi, but Kakashi's still an Anbu at this point in time. Like, he's still part of the Anbu. and he talks to my guy and Kakashi, and my guy says he has a student of his own who's actually very strong and decently quick. Not as quick as my guy, but decent. And basically, Rock Lee becomes Naruto's like training partner slash best friend in this. And they train one day, and Naruto is like still holding up as decent, but he learns from Rock Lee. Experience makes better in everything. And Naruto is like getting better and better at everything. And when it comes to that final test of basically Ninja Academy, Naruto beats everyone except for Rock Lee. It's basically tournament style, like fighting basically. Not fighting, but like they put like uh they first like see how they do against like what are they called? The teachers and stuff. And some of them do decent, and they do like the ones who actually were like very good into a tournament thing to see which one is like the best, which one's stronger, etc. And all the students like who were like amazing wanted that as well. And basically the brackets were not practically basically Neji, Sas hold up. I'm thinking. Ooh, I'm trying to think of ninja who would actually do good in these. Ooh. Um, so Shikamaru, Neji, Rock Lee, and I'm going to say a random student, because I don't know. Uh, and Naruto and Sasuke? Hold up. No, I'm gonna redo that, because I messed up already. Uh, basically, Rock Lee and a random dude, Sasuke and Neji. Wait, no, that wouldn't go very well. Basically, the first bracket, like the first fight would be Neji and someone else. Then it would be Rock Lee and someone else. Uh, then it goes to Sasuke and someone else, and then Naruto and someone else. And we start with the first fight with Neji. And basically, Neji destroys the kid. The kid like lunges at Neji, and Neji knocks him out. Basically, doesn't knock him out, but basically, uh, destroys him. Basically, doesn't like do that much damage, but disables him basically with chakra points. And then Rock Lee just totally destroys him. Like totally destroys his opponents. Sasuke just like dodges and makes jokes, basically makes fun of the kid, and then beats him. Basically, Sasuke mocked the dude. Naruto respected his opponent and like gave him a decent fight. He didn't go all out because he didn't want to, lower the students, reputation, etc. But he at least like got it over quick enough and stuff. He didn't want to like get it over too quick, didn't want to like make it last too long, but he got it over decently, like fast. Not fast, but decently. And basically, what happens between not Sasuke, but Neji and Rock Lee, uh, Neji doesn't like start off, he's like standing in the same pose as the Hyugas. Rock Lee runs at him, and he knows what's gonna happen. And when Neji goes in for a strike, Rock Lee dodges and kicks him. And basically, Neji understands this is going to be a decent fight. Neji starts running towards him and tries doing his, like, the Hyuga's, like, palm strike or whatever. And, like, Rock Lee sees this coming, and his reaction speed got very better than the original, meeting of Rock Lee vs Sasuke. Because Naruto is quick with his punches, the dodging, etc. Basically, Rock Lee grabs his hand, flips Neji over his head, and basically like slams him onto the floor, making him the victor. In Sasuke and Naruto. And basically Sasuke did better than Naruto, so Sasuke's thinking he's gonna destroy Naruto in this. and Sasuke lunges at Naruto with a like punch, and Naruto just basically sidesteps and kicks like Sasuke in his gut, and Sasuke's surprised. Sasuke's like on the floor coughing and stuff. Naruto's just standing there, and in this one, Sasuke had people to train with, etc. Basically, the Uchihas are watching, the Hyugas are watching, etc. And what happens here is all the Hyuga were disappointed in Neji, but they understood Rock Lee was very good for his age. But the Uchiha, like Sasuke's father, is like furious with Naruto and Sasuke. Because Naruto basically just beat his son with one move, and Sasuke couldn't do anything about it. But Sasuke just starts yelling, like not yelling, but saying cheetah, that was unfair, etc., trying to make up excuses. And Naruto asks the directors and stuff if they could redo that since he's wanting to say stuff. And the operators of the fight are agreeing with it because they're kind of getting annoyed with Sasuke. And basically, Sasuke lunges at Naruto again, but Naruto just dodges casually, just weaving everything like Sasuke shows at him. And basically Naruto says, I don't have all day for this. And Naruto basically punches Sasuke in his gut, sending him like a few feet back and like making Sasuke not be able to breathe, basically. And the Uchihas at this point understand, it's nothing like Naruto's cheating. It's just Sasuke. And they understand Naruto is like probably like one of the strongest for his age. They like basically compare him to Itachi when he was younger. Um, basically goes on to Rock Lee and Naruto, and basically the most intense fight happens. And Naruto's not wanting to go like full speed because he knows what would happen, and he doesn't want to have to use his suit this early on into ninja training. And Ruzen even said don't use it till he's like a basically into a ninja team. Basically, what ensues is one of the greatest fights the Academy has like ever held. Basically, Rock Lee takes off his weights and Naruto's surprised. Rock Lee uses decently speed, and Naruto is like matching him blow for blow, and it's like a decent fight. Some of the people, like bystanders, don't know what's happening, but basically the higher up ninjas like Uchiha, Hyuga, even the Hokage is watching to be honest. Nearly every shinobi what's good at their job is like surprised. This is like an amazing fight. This is like you could say like if Rock Lee from the Guinea exams, was it the Guinea exams? I think basically went up against himself. Basically it's blow for blow everything. A perfect fight. And they stop the fight and ask if they're allowed to use shurikens, etc. And due to seeing how skilled they are, they say, yeah, but nothing like, what would kill each other. They understand that, like, a shuriken accidentally kills someone, etc., but they even agree they're fine with that. They don't want to kill each other, but they, like, want to use weapons. And they're fine with that. So basically what happens is every single time, say, Rock Lee jumps back to, uh, get his ground, oh, like, uh, like, not regain, but like, how do I put this? Like, recharge, basically. His energy, oh, like, oh, go for a move right afterwards, like, jump back and go back in when Naruto's not expecting it, etc. Like, kunai and stuff, etc. And honestly, it's like, every person watching is surprised. And Naruto finally asks Rock Lee, does Rock Lee want to see him at full speed? And Hiruzen gives him a thumbs up, basically, like Might Guy did to Rock Lee in beginning exams. And Rock Lee says, what do you mean? I thought this was your full speed. Because this is basically the same speed Naruto was using in the regular trainings. And Naruto just shakes his head, no. And basically, they just see a suit, like basically appear on Naruto, and Rock Lee is surprised, but basically Rock Lee gets smoked at this point. Just boom. He doesn't see Naruto move, he just goes flying, and Naruto was standing like right there. And Naruto is basically doing a Dragon Ball Z thing, basically appearing behind Rock Lee before he can go into a wall and comboing him. And Rock Lee understands he's getting beat up. Basically, Rock Lee stops it, dodges one of Naruto's punches, not because of speed, but because he knows Naruto, what Naruto's gonna do. He basically stops himself, basically performing the, what's it called? The Flying Lotus? What's it called? It's basically where he kicks Naruto up into the air, puts his, bandages or wraps around him, and drags him to the ground. Like, some ninja are about to step in, because this is dangerous for even Naruto. But Naruto basically, out of pure strength and speed force, slows down time, basically, gets out of Rock Lee's thing, and basically it looks like he teleports out the wraps, and kicks, like, Rock Lee into the ground. And everyone's shocked, even Mike Guy, because Mike Guy thought that was basically a technique where not too many people could get out of. Like, only high-ranking shinobi should, like Kakashi, uh, let's say Hiruzen, etc. Like, very high-ranking shinobi. And not many people know the weakness of it. But Naruto just gets out because of pure speed. And everyone now understands that Naruto is probably the strongest person at his age at the current moment. And the Uchiha, like, everyone, in fact, is shocked. Because they're like looking at Naruto from a kid who used to get beat up every day to probably like nearly stronger than most decent shinobi. Not stronger than anyone like basically decently strong for what he is. Nothing like Kakashi, stuff like that, but he's at least getting level. But, they ain't gonna give him beginning and stuff. And this time, the teams are gonna be different. Yeah, Kakashi wants Naruto on his team, but he sees the rivalry between Rock Lee and Naruto. And they, like, do the same thing they did in canon, but Mike Guy understands, like, it's about time, his rival has a decent thing. Although it was mostly Mike Guy's training what made Naruto decent, but yeah. Basically, Naruto gets placed into Kakashi's team with Sasuke, etc. Please don't say etc. I'm not saying that trash can's name. I'm joking. And Sakura, but basically, not basically, the day comes where, it's basically the bell test. And Naruto understands from books and stuff, every team should have a perfect, like, teamwork. And he's, like, asking for everyone to, like, team up. Like, Sakura understands, and, like, Sasuke's the only one not wanting to, like, team up with Naruto, etc. Because, Naruto basically beat him up, like, a few weeks ago, and, like, made him a disappointment to his whole family. And, basically, Kakashi sees this. It's, like, Sasuke alone. And basically, the bell test happens, and to be honest, Naruto doesn't care about becoming a ninja. He's, like, everyone understands, he's strong. Like, he doesn't care about it, because he cares about becoming a ninja, but he's more worried about the other two. And Kakashi can see that. But Naruto's like, whatever. And Naruto understands it's always next year, etc. Naruto basically makes a plan with Sakura, what Kakashi can't hear. He basically let him form a plan. Basically, Sakura runs up, and he's like, is she stupid? And basically, nearly falls for a trap. It's like, doesn't see now, he doesn't, like, he still sees Naruto, okay? And basically what happens is Sakura's about to step into a trap, but basically it substitutes. Like, Sakura substitutes and gets behind Kakashi, nearly grabbing a belt. Like, and basically Kakashi jumps. I say basically a lot, holy shit. But Kakashi jumps, and while midair, he sees Naruto move at hypersonic speeds. Like, not hypersonic, but very quick speeds for his age. He understands he's faster than this, but he's not having a suit on him and stuff. And basically, Naruto nearly grabs a bell, but Kakashi kicks his hand away. And it was like an inch off. Like, Naruto basically had it in his hands. Um, Naruto, like, tries getting to get Kakashi to trip or something. Kakashi doesn't know why. Kakashi jumps away to a different tree, into a tree, to, regain his, distance. And not basically. When he does that, Naruto's, on the tree. But Naruto's still there. He doesn't know Naruto's behind him. And basically what I'm saying, Naruto made a speed clone in the very beginning. And in the forest, quietly. And using flash, the flash, what is it called? What did I call it earlier? Flash speed. And I don't know if that's its actual name. I think it's its actual name. I'm not exactly sure. And basically got behind Kakashi. And Kakashi, sees Naruto just looking around, acting stupid and stuff. But the speed clone even knows the plan. Basically like a regular shadow clone, but, speed. um, and for you Marvel fans, I'm going to explain this and stuff. Uh, basically, a speed clone is when a speedster speeds up so much he can basically duplicate himself. Basically it's like a clone and stuff, but it gives most speed. And yeah, Naruto knows how to vibrate now, I'm going to say, but still. Um, it's basically just like a shadow clone, but it's his speed combined with it. And it's kind of known for some speed clones to turn against, the user, some of them, if, they get tortured or, beat up, etc., while they're still out and the user does nothing about it. But this one is, good, you know. Naruto doesn't even know that stuff can happen yet. That's why he's using it in the regular Shadow Clone Jutsu. He knows about the Shadow Clone, the Water Clone, etc., the Wind Clone, etc., every clone, basically. But he uses the Speed Clone because it's the only one he can use except for Shadow Clone. And he thinks Shadow Clone's, a little too much, and it wastes a lot of his chakra, and he can't control it that good. Basically, Naruto grabs both the bells, and Kakashi doesn't realize until a second later when he doesn't hear a jingle when he lands on the tree. Naruto grabs him before Kakashi can land exactly on the tree. It's like a millisecond off. When there's a tiny little space left. Kakashi looks and Naruto remerges with that clone basically. Kakashi's confused, but he just thinks it's a weird type of clone what he doesn't know about. And he sees Naruto throw the bell to Sasuke and Sakura, but Sasuke throws it back basically, saying, "I don't want your pity," etc. Blah 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 blah. And Kakashi sees how this is gonna go. He asks Hiruzen to put Sasuke on another team afterwards, because basically they completed the bell test. And Hiruzen says there's no other team they can do it, and if he wants another team, he's gonna have to put it on a different thing. But Kakashi in the regular story is Sasuke's mentor, etc. But no, he realizes in this one, Sasuke's gonna be a pain because he doesn't like Naruto. And that's gonna be a main thing in the storyline. But yeah. And I'm gonna say they go on a few missions, and Naruto's patient, but it's Sasuke who asks for a better mission this time. And that's where I'm going to end off, so, because I am going to pull something, like, out, special, during the Zabuza mission, okay? So, this is going to be it for me today. I will be posting this, I'm not editing today, but my next videos will be better than this, because, especially on the Wheel of Names, completely, I have to find something better. I'm gonna go into, Google Documents and draw stuff next time as I'm doing this to cure my boredom, because this is why I'm saying, like, basically so much, because I'm bored. I don't know what to do, and I've done this for an hour at this point. Golly. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Uh, get this at least, I'm trying to think of something because of my low amount of viewers and subscribers. Get this to 5 likes, and I'll post another one very soon, like probably tomorrow night or something like that. And y'all have an amazing day, uh, or amazing week. You know, if y'all don't if y'all don't hit the like button of 5. But yeah, 5 likes, and I'll upload the next video tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Um, and have a good day, have a good week. Um, have a good night if you're watching this at night. I might fall asleep soon because I've been up all night, basically nearly 2 nights. Um, and if y'all want to see some Pixelmon content or Minecraft content or Roblox content, leave down like what I should do on Minecraft, Roblox, etc. And I do have like Host Forge, so you can leave mods, suggestions, what I should do, into various suggestions. But yeah, have a good day. Comment down below. Subscribe, please.